Gate 14 podcast, and fellas, folks, ladies, gentlemen, the Buffalo Bison boys bang. They bang. Avery, where would the Toronto Blue Jays be without our three trio of Ernie Clement, Davis Schneider, and horny Spencer Horwitz? Where would this team be without these three guys?
They'd be right in line with that team from the Bronx, sadly. Probably. I had to guess. Holy shit, man. So, I don't want to speak on anyone's job ever because he is our guy.
No, I don't care about it anymore. He's not my guy.
So, the Buffalo Bison's hitting coach just has to be the major league hitting coach next year, right?
Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to run my head around the fact that how three guys who haven't seen big league pitching pretty much actually all year come up and just put up 1,000 OPS is like it's nothing. I mean, usually you have these guys, you watch other teams, right? Like you watch other teams where guys come up and they struggle for a little bit, obviously have to get into the thick of it. Ernie Clement comes up, obviously he has showtime, which is fine, rakes. Davis Schneider sets MLB records for most RBIs and hits and OPS in his first 15 to 17 whatever games, and Spencer Horwitz is hitting baseballs 600 fucking feet. This is the only team on the planet where you call rookies up and they're just the best hitters on the team. They're better than the actual All-Stars.
Yeah, Santiago Espinal, All-Stars.
Yeah.
I shout out to that guy, man. We need to find his name because he figured something out with those.
He used
guys.
to play for the Jays.
Okay.
Buffalo Bison's hitting coach.
Adam Lind?
No. I wish. That'd be fucking electric. Matt Hagg. Shout out to fucking Matt Hagg, dude.
I know.
Yeah, he was a former Buffalo Bison's MVP. Never mind. Yeah, Matt Hagg is. Yeah, former Buffalo Bison's MVP. The guy raked in the minors. It seems as if he just, and I've read some stuff for this podcast, credits me for doing my research. He works with each guy individually based off of their strengths. Like it's not like what the Jays do, which is like what was self-admitted by John Schneider and the other hitting coaches, like 1 to 9 works on the same stuff. Apparently, Matt Hagg works with everyone's strengths. And Ernie Clement, and I've talked to David Schneider and Ernie Clement about this guy, and they have just nothing but good things to say about him. They said he's easy to work with. He knows what he's doing. He lets players work on themselves, and he lets the players approach him with what they want to understand and what they like the way their approach and what their thought process is. I'm all in on Matt Hagg. I'm horny for Hagg. I mean, I just imagine if like Elvis was here. He's ranking right now in AAA. He hit 301 last month. I mean, Espinal's been hitting well, but you got to think Elvis would be bringing a little bit of the big stick, as YJ says, to this fucking team. I want all of them up. Call the entire team up.
Yeah, no, I'd be fine to watch the Buffalo boys swing the big stick every day. It's a little exciting brand of baseball. We should have just bought season tickets to the Buffalo Bisons instead.
I mean, they put up 1,000 runs a game. It's why. I mean, Addison Barger, maybe. I mean, OPS plus below 100. So he's. I mean, I'm not really that sold on him right now. Calling him up, whatever, that's fine. But Elvis looks awesome. I mean, another double today. It's just crazy to me, and I still can't wrap my head around the fact that these dudes, you could call guys up that one. Ernie Clement was DFA'd by the Oakland A's this year, right? Like this is a guy who isn't supposed to be good, but he works on some things in Buffalo. And you could make the argument, man, he should be the everyday second baseman right now on this team. It's just now once Bo and all these guys, Chapman comes back, how do you justify taking these dudes out of the lineup? Like, how do you take Davis Schneider out of the lineup? How do you take Ernie Clement out of the lineup? Even Spencer Horwitz, I know today was kind of his first day starting, obviously, but 3 for 4. Like, how do you justify playing a guy like Matt Chapman, obviously a platinum glover? How do you justify playing a guy hitting like 220 since May over guys that give you chances to win every single game? I don't know how. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, that's obviously just a money talk situation, and they'll obviously play those guys over the guys who are playing right now. Fair or unfair, it's just how it'll go. Like, do
you think John Schneider looks at Choppy in the dugout? He's like, man, that's that finger's really flaring up.
He's like, Matty, you should take some time on this one, honestly.
Chopsticks, listen, fuck, dude. It's not looking good right now. I talked to the train. John Schneider slipping $50 bills to the trainers saying, tell Chappie he's out for another 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, the infield defense wasn't great when Davis was there at third.
But I mean, Ernie would be. I mean, Ernie looks decent at short. I mean, I know a couple tough errors. One was in the hole and stuff like that. But Ernie Clement at second will be awesome. Davis Schneider DHing will be awesome. I don't know. There's
So
ways to
here,
work your way
this is
around
a
it.
bigger question because these guys aren't going to get the playtime when all the people are back. It's just how I think that's just how it'll work. Fair,
Which
unfair.
sucks. Which really sucks. Yeah, but
Are
yeah.
you fine like letting these people walk for next year? Because they seem like pretty perfect replacements stylistically, right? Witt walks, Davis Schneider's in. The Chapman comparison isn't as easy.
Yeah.
You let Belt walk.
Arelvis, though.
Sure,
right?
Yeah. But you let Belt walk Horwitz next year. Are we fine with just a little youth movement again?
What I think this is doing is it's giving you a little bit of a scope into 2024, right? I mean, you're mentioning it right now. I mean, these guys' bat to ball skills are insane, Avery. Like Spencer Horwitz today, just a couple not great pitches, but he hits a mistake, which is something that it seems like this team hasn't had the ability to do. Like hit mistakes. Like Varsho was missing 91 down the middle today, whiffing on it, 88 down the middle. Spencer Horwitz gets a cookie and launches it 460 feet. I mean, it's just it's crazy to me how good their bat to ball skills are for guys who haven't really seen big league pitching at all this year. And
it's also not the best pitching for this weekend, but still,
it's still big league pitching though.
Yeah,
I mean, but like fuck, look at the Jays hitters. They couldn't hit it. It just I genuinely, and maybe I wish I should have, if we had more time, I would have did this. I would have brought up the stats of the Buffalo Bisons boys, how many hits they got today. Do you know?
7.
I saw you tweet that.
7, I think.
7 hits today, the Buffalo Bisons boys.
Davis had 1, Horwitz had 3, and then Ernie had 3, I believe.
So the Jays had 12 hits today. 7 of them were from those 3 players.
Davis won. Yeah, Horwitz 3, and Ernie had 3.
Yeah, so 7 out of the 12 hits are from the Buffalo Bisons trio. It's awesome, man. I mean, listen.
I can't wait to put Tyler Heineman in there, too, when he gets a hit. Just link him in with the Buffalo boys.
Heineman just can't hit, with all due respect. He just really can't hit. But, no, what I'm saying is, though, is like, I'm rarely early in this year, like, I was rarely excited to get to the bottom of the order and see some of these guys, like, cook. Like, because obviously the bottom of the order had guys hitting like 220. You had like Varsho hitting 224, Biggio hitting 212 or whatever, Espinal hitting 230. Now it's like you get to the bottom of the order and you're like, wow, these guys have really good, like I keep saying this, bat to ball skill and put together and string together some really good at bats. It's a pretty good lineup from top to bottom if you implement these guys. And I'm not saying they're going to have 1,100 career OPSs like they're doing right now, but their at bats are really competitive. They seem like they have a clue what the fuck they're doing and they have an approach, unlike someone, wink wink, Vladdy the last couple days, not today obviously, but it's awesome and I love watching it. And if you take away Biggio, like that's what I'm saying, Biggio is kind of like a Horwitz role, right? Or would you say Biggio might be a Davis Schneider type, right?
Yeah,
because he played. Yeah, that. Biggio would probably be a Davis Schneider type. It's unbelievable, and
I don't know. I don't know if I love the thought of this team getting younger, but Vlad's older. Bo's older.
Springer has 2 years left in the contract, or 3 years.
So I guess we'd lose a lot of veteran presence, and I don't know how much weight you like to put into that. I think there's something to be said for a little bit of it, but it's a decently older pen. Guess pen guys aren't really going to keep the hitters accountable. But it'll be interesting to see how they work through this team, because I think you call all those guys up. And I think you let the other people walk. That's how it's going to go. Yeah. And then like one.
Belt said he's retiring.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Well, Who knows if Brandon Belt's telling the truth ever?
We got to talk about that. I watched that interview, and listen, I will never watch MLB Network stuff because I think all of it's trash. No disrespect.
It wasn't MLB Network, was it? It was AJ. I thought it was AJ Przinsky's thing,
which is on MLB Network. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so I could be wrong. Someone's punching their radio right now, saying, "Johnny, what the fuck are you talking about?" But no, it's he just seems like a great interview, and I actually genuinely, I think we talked about this before. We said like, he might be a dog shit interview, like he might not really be good and stuff like that. He was unbelievable. I watched the thing, and he was buzzing, like he was snapping it around. And I don't know if our listeners have that type of pull. Maybe I can reach out to like Logan Webb maybe send them a video of me just like begging for it because I know they're friends. But we need him on this podcast. Like that is the white whale without a doubt, right?
Yeah, I think he would be like the funniest person we could probably get on that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's the best.
So I think like Bo would be a great one because he doesn't do a lot of that stuff.
But that's like in terms of reality, like if that actually happened, I don't think it would. Did he go on the Gibbons? Bleep that out. Did he go on the other show? I don't know. Did he? Yeah, he might have.
I don't know. I never. I just like shows up on my Twitter feed sometimes, and that's
I just
how I
don't
know.
care for it. With all due respect, again. But yeah, no, it's awesome. So a couple other things we can break down before we go into the series. Obviously, Swanee just mucking it up in the Gate 14 YouTube live chat. He's the best. And I'm glad the listeners got to see a little bit of that because Swanee FaceTimed me, which is something that he's usually not comfortable doing. He's not really a big social media guy, like in terms of like posting stuff or like doing stuff with other people, with content creators, stuff like that. He just FaceTimed me and was just shooting the shit. And then he was roasting me via text. He's like, stop being a fucking baby. Like fucking wake up. Like this is like depressing right now in your chat, like in your stream. Like, he's just the best. I mean, I didn't realize it was him. So the funny thing is, and he doesn't understand it. So what he did was he texted me. And when he sent that message, he's like, are we just going to watch this idiot on the right stuff his face all night? Or is like, you guys going to watch the Blue Jays game? And I didn't think it was him. So I was like, fuck, whatever. It's another burner. So I texted him like, you this fucking guy. He's like, dude, that's me. He sent me a picture of it. And then the funniest thing, and this is what I'm saying, like people just don't understand the Gate 14 world. He's like, is that actually Jordan Luplo in the chat? It's like, is that actually Loops in the chat? I was like, no, dude, that's not Luplo in the chat. I was like, our followers just make a shit ton of burner account names. And and there's actually an Eric Swanson one out there. I'm surprised it's not in here, but just the best. Just an absolute, the best. Swanee doing that, mucking it up. He was watching our live stream today as well with me and stuff like that. So he's a guy's guy. I mean, there's some pictures of him.
We've known that forever, though.
Yeah, we've known that forever. Now I'm glad the listeners got to see it. But speaking about guys, Arash Madani couldn't be more all in on the Gate 14 boys, folks. I mean, this guy is tweeting at me from tweets days ago, weeks ago. He's responding to tweets about like 5-pound weights, which was like the day of, obviously. And then he said, I failed grade 2 twice. And then he responds to Avery, which is crazy. Does he follow you? Because he doesn't follow me. So
no,
I don't know
I
you tagged him, obviously. But yeah, like, so let the listeners know who didn't get to see it, what Arash Madani said. We could not be more all in on Arash Madani, folks. We could not be more. I am all the way in on Arash Madani.
So he's at the FIBA World Championships, the basketball. Canada beat whoever they beat today. I have no idea. And there's a video of him, Dylan Brooks, RJ Barrett, and they say whatever, Miss Ark stand out because they're going to the Olympics. Cool. And Arash is just on it with the mic. He is not missing any. He is buzzing around. Like he's on Dylan Brooks, and then RJ Barrett starts yelling, and Arash he whips it over. He's perfect timing. So I tweet as a fan of Arash, I go, perfect mic work, Arash Madani. And he tweets back at me. This was the quickest he's ever tweeted back at us, by the way.
Yes.
But you never tag him. You just always.
Yeah.
And I was in Boston Pizza, and there was a like a picture of him up there. I was trying to do the big fat head picture again too. That's what I was gonna tweet instead. But I couldn't get it. And then he tweets back at me, if anyone's mastered speaking into the mic, it's you. Just perfect. Wow. I mean, that brings a tear to my eye.
And I will say this, you want to talk about a redemption arc? This guy's PR team, I don't know if he has one. I don't think he's big enough to have one. Should get a fucking raise, because you want to get on the internet's good side. You start pumping the tires of the Gate 14 boys, and we just start firing for you.
Not even pumping the tires. Just make fun of us, and we'll be good.
It's like he's the best. And the thing, it's like all the Sportsnet guys. Like I am followed by every producer at Sportsnet now. Like they're starting to understand the Gate 14 difference. Even Faisal, our guy Faisal, is grinding on TV, body bagging me in the middle of fucking commercials after the Blue Jays game. So it's awesome. And Arash Madani, I mean, you could chirp Kirk Cousins all you want now, man. I hope he sees the Arash Madani award, the Tweet of the Year award last year, because that was peak Arash Madani. Yeah. Like Alec Manoah is everything Kirk Cousins is. It's just looking back on it now is the craziest tweet ever.
Yep.
It's the
Well,
crazy.
it's so wrong right now. But Arash, man, I see at least last year, Arash would give us a little bit of flair. He'd wear a shirt that was a little too tight. He'd have a nice little story. We'd get to laugh at him. Arden's just a robot. He's kind of like me, a little emotionless. And I don't like to see that. I want
I know Arden's a robot though. If
yes.
there's any guy like if the Blue Jays win a World Series, Arden will just like evaporate. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll
Yeah.
just
His being will just
it will
cease.
just like it'll be like an iRobot when you like the robots start just dying off. If the Jays win a World Series or Arden gets hit by like a foul ball, it'll just like chunk off him and just go into like the just like whatever.
It's
Just
like it's like when the video board
yeah,
loses a light.
yeah,
You
it'll be
just
like
have
with
to
a video
fucking
board.
fix it.
Arden is the biggest robot. Like I'm on to you, Toronto Blue Jays. Like this, you take away Arash, who obviously wears his heart on his sleeve. Obviously, I mean, this guy's very emotional. You take away Arash. How do you get rid of Arash? You bring an emotionless robot. you make your own fucking Arash. You make an emotionless robot who is just there to just say what's ever programmed in his head. Again, no disrespect to Arden, but this dude, we saw him in person, Avery. That dude is a robot.
Yeah.
He couldn't be more of a robot. He's AI.
I definitely agree with that. And the maybe if Arden just like changed up the fits a little bit, like the regular polo tucked into a classic pair of Levi's jeans is just
You just couldn't tell me that dude's not a robot. Like you can't. He's the most robot on the planet.
I
It's
know
insane.
I definitely agree. Smart guy. And that's what like robots are programmed well. So
Yes. Again, we're
bring
not
back
disrespecting.
Arash.
We're just saying he is a robot. Arden is like public and like he is iRobot. He
Oh,
is
I thought you
one of
were
the
to,
main characters.
why would you I thought you were to call him public enemy. It's like he doesn't
No,
even
no, 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 no.
he
He's not public
doesn't
enemy.
do
I got nothing
anything.
against robots.
No.
I don't think it's robots. I actually forgot about tell this. I don't think I've ever told this story in the podcast. This is so random. This is my brain going at it. This is how I know I would be a Toronto Blue Jays content creator forever because I got a little sign when I was a kid, Avery. Listen to this. The first time I ever seen a pair of women's breasts was at a Toronto Blue Jays baseball game when I was 11 years old.
Okay.
It was opening day. I'll never forget this. It was the first time I seen it. And I was like, whoa, I'm all in now. It was Blue Jays Red Sox opening day. This couple orchestrated streaking across the field together. Okay. In their underwear. I don't know how. I think they might have just took their clothes off at the railing. But this couple orchestrated running, and this might even be a wet dream or a dream I had. Maybe I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. But this couple ran across the field in their underwear. Tit came out. I was like sitting in the 100 level on the first base side, which is the side the woman was running on. I was like, let's go. That's how you know I'm locked in. That's the first time I've seen one. I don't remember what year it was. Whenever the Jays faced the Red Sox opening day, a long, long time ago. But yeah, that's a little background when I was like, listen, I just know that everything in my life
for the
now,
Blue Jays, yeah.
everything in my life now will be revolved around the Toronto Blue Jays and women. And where are we at now? I'm 26 years old, and that's still running the show for me. So, if anyone was at that game and has any remembrance of that, please tweet at me and let me know because I feel like that happened, or maybe I just dreamt it when I was a child, and that's when I became went from a boy to a man, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but anyways, man, that's
what did you do this weekend?
Nothing.
I guess we streamed every day, pretty much.
Yeah, this weekend I streamed every day. But tonight the boys are going out. If you're listening to this, we are probably, I don't know if Avery will be out, but I know I will be out. Paris, Texas, Alto, and the boys are back from Nashville, which is crazy. They
got on a flight from Nashville right out.
And like they have we're recording this right now. It's 8:30 and they still haven't landed yet, or Alto still hasn't landed yet. I'm gonna meet him at his condo and we're gonna go out. I don't know how these guys do it. I don't know how these guys have it's kind of impressive. It's honestly inspiring. Really. It makes me want to be a better person. So credit to them. I will see them soon. We're going to Paris, Texas tonight.
Today was the most disgusting weather day of all time.
The worst. We're starting to get into fall weather.
This was like Satan weather.
Oh, how hot it was?
Oh my God, it was gross.
Yeah. I'll say this though, and I don't know if this is a hot take. Fall is the best season, like on the planet. And I don't know if I'm just stealing tweets from Chris Bassett, maybe because he did tweet that. But you got college football, NFL's back. The Premier League.
Oh,
City A.
can we talk about Premier League today?
Oh yeah, that was shout out the Arsenal. Shout out my Gunners, bro. That was listen. That's what I'm saying, Avery, and that's what ropes me into the Prem. It's like anything could happen at any single time. Like the 97th minute they scored and the 102nd minute.
Yeah, dude,
I know
what a shit goal in the 97th. Too.
Yeah, that was terrible. Guy gets pulled back, deflect, whatever. Declan Rice, first career goal for Arsenal. You just love to see it. And I know the UK listeners out there that aren't Arsenal fans are going to hate this fucking part of the show, but it's just awesome.
It made me money. I put my whole gambling account on it.
And I was insufferable in that chat when that hit. I'll say that. I was saying some out of pocket shit, but it was electric, man. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. If you follow me, you'll see some live bets.
Are you like when the seasons used to change and hockey started, I was guaranteed for like the best sickness of the year when fall.
I don't
changed.
get sick that much. I don't think. Have I ever been sick on the Gate 14 pod? Like, do you remember any episodes of me like just being just dreadfully sick? I don't think knock on wood, but I'm not a sick guy.
I'm a sick guy.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I've ever been sick on the show. We've been doing it for a year and a bit. I might have the greatest fucking immune system on the planet.
The only time I remember being really sick was just that crazy COVID I had when I had to miss an episode. The only episode I missed.
I remember that. Yeah. That is electric. That is electric. I do remember that. It's electric in terms of the fact that I have just the greatest, and now I'm discovering it. I have the greatest immune system on the planet.
Yeah.
You love to see it. But another thing, before we get into the series, we're with Sports Interaction now. Obviously, we hinted at the news we were going to break on the Friday. If you haven't yet, go to the Sports Interaction website, sign up, and then reference at the bottom. I did a thing for it. I did a tutorial for it. You just say that you heard about them from the Gate 14 boys. Listen, this is a company taking a chance on us, obviously. This is the first big company that's taking a chance on the Gate 14 boys. I told them the guys would show up in droves, not drones. Sorry, as most of Blue Jays Twitter is going to say that I was saying, which is what I did say, obviously. But I need you guys to show up for us, man. I need Gate 14 Nation to show up for the boys, man. And just please sign up. Show your support. We got tons and tons of congratulations messages, so we appreciate that. And let's ride. Let's have ourselves a week. Another thing. This Friday, bar night. We are 5 days away. We are 5 days away from historical bar night at Taco Taco. We'll have our camera guy there. Judah will be there.
He's allowed in?
Yeah, he's allowed in because I told him our camera guy will be there. And he's 18. He's like, yeah, it's fine. So Judah will be there. Get your tickets. I'm trying to get in Schneider's ear about coming, but it's too late.
That's like the worst possible place for him.
Yeah, that's what I said to him too. Because he asked me about, because he saw like our Instagram post about it. Because he just crept our Instagram. He was texting me about random shit. But he was like, "Is this after? Like, is this before? Is this like on an off day?" I was like, "No, it's after a game at 10 o'clock." He's like, there's no fucking chance I can make that.
And every single person that bar's gonna know who he is.
That exactly. Yeah, and it's not going to be secluded for him. Sports Interaction will also be there. They'll have a little booth there, just for like sign up stuff like that. They won't.
What about people? So people who just show the bouncer they bought tickets and they get
yeah. You just show the bouncer the
receipt,
and then you'll get in. It's gonna be awesome, dude. I am going to get. I'm gonna have to be carried away in a stretcher.
Yeah, I have given my brother $100 to come pick me up after so I can get home because I have to be at a wedding the next morning.
That's nightmare fuel.
No, that's perfect. No, that's perfect. I can stay out as long as I want. And he just picks me up and I get to sleep in my own bed. So Sunday morning, I'm going to be an absolute puddle. Bar night, wedding. I got to put on a performance for the ages. These 2 days.
Not ideal. I got nothing on the Saturday. I got absolutely nothing.
I mean, you'll probably go to the game, right?
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. If Heasley's up here, I will. But yeah, let's go into the weekend series. How about that Friday game, Avery? I mean, a 13 spot for the Toronto Blue Jays. And I'll say this. Like, I'm looking at the lineup. Every single guy on this team had a hit, besides obviously Espinal, who got pinch hit for, so you can't even really say that. Looking at the box score here, 13 runs, 17 hits for the Toronto Blue Jays. Just an absolute shit kicking until Chad Green came in, which is fine because it was his first fucking start from TJ, so everyone could please relax. But Whit Merrifield 3 for 5, Ernie Clement 2 for 5, Kevin Kiermaier 2 for 4, Brandon Bell 2 for 4, Springer 3 for 6. Like, this was a fun game to watch. This is the Toronto Blue Jays of 2021 where they score 13 but give up 9. That's what that was. That was shades of the old Toronto Blue Jays. That game kind of was like a miserable nightmare, though. Like, they just kept giving up the lead, taking it back, giving it up, taking it. It was a nightmare.
The fact that Jordan Romano had to pitch in that game was punishable by death. Like, I know he threw 5 pitches, but there's no way the closer should be in that situation. Chad Green giving up all those runs, looking like worse ERA than I had in college. So figured it out today.
He came back from TJ though, so you got to give him a little.
Yeah, and I was just shitty. So
yeah, exactly.
I'll tip my cap to Chad Green. Awesome fucking game, man. I want to hit BP Coors Field so bad.
Oh my god, I got to do it. Not at Coors Field. I got to hit in Denver. Fall Johnny. Oh, did I?
Who'd you play? Like MSU Denver?
No, we played Colorado State club ball team, which I don't know why we did that, but we played at it's called like mini Coors Field in Colorado, and it's like a obviously just like a small version of Coors Field near the stadium. And the BP, I was putting on a fucking laser show. I was. This was Fall Johnny, which I don't know what the difference is between Fall and Spring Johnny. It's the exact same swing. Maybe it's the mindset, but I was just launching like. Oh my god, I would kill to hit there again. The only shitty thing is, and I will say this, everyone like says, like, oh, you over-exaggerate. They over-exaggerate like the altitude, all type of stuff. You really don't, man. I remember, like when you're warming up before a game, you're stretching with your team and stuff like that. You just run a pole. You just go foul pole to foul pole.
Yeah.
I was so fucking tired after the first pole. Like literally, it just takes the breath out of you. Like the altitude, it's fucking crazy, dude. It's actually a crazy adjustment. It really is. Like our conference was all in Denver and Colorado for McCook. So like we got to play there a lot, and it is a massive difference. So it is crazy. The altitude, how much of a massive change it is from like where you're at normal. Are we sea level? Can someone explain that to me? What are we? What is Ontario?
I have no idea.
Someone answer that. What's the Ontario?
We're probably close.
We'll just say Ontario sea level.
Well, okay. I'm looking here. No, wow, I can't spell. But
I don't know what it is.
76 meters above sea level.
Okay, that feels very short.
Yeah. Let's look at Denver.
What is Denver?
It's like a mile, right?
Yeah. That's why it's called Mile High.
Yep.
Yeah.
1 mile high.
It just, I mean, fucking absurd. I will say that. But
does altitude put your brain in a pretzel?
You're just so much more winded. Oh my god, my Yankees are banging. Now we go. All right, listen. It is crazy. So you got to tip your cap, but I will say this. Watching these pitchers throw this weekend, I mean, this is just why would any pitcher on the planet willingly sign to play baseball at Coors Field? You'd have to hate your career. Like this would have to be an end of career type of thing. You don't willingly sign with the team where the ball travels the fucking furthest. That or Great American.
Yeah. You gotta have electric shit because the ball moves less too, right?
Yeah.
Tough for the breaking pitches. Who's like the best pitcher you can remember there? Like Ubaldo
Jimenez was nasty. Jermaine Marquez. Urban Marquez. Yeah, he was good too. But yeah, I mean,
Jeff Francis, the last.
It's just like it's crazy when you watch guys like Ryu, who doesn't really get hit that hard, got hit decently hard. I mean, even guys like Chad Green, who obviously, I mean, he's coming back from TJ and stuff like that, so it's a little bit different. But it just everyone got hit hard this series. Everyone. Kevin Gossman got dog walked. The Jays gave up 9, 8, and 5 runs. Like that's not good for this pitching staff, no matter how you look at it. So I'm just happy they bounced back and they won 2 or 3 because this series was going to be catastrophic type shit if they would have lost that. This would have been one of the worst, most dreaded podcasts we've ever done. But there's not much to say about that. I mean, where do you stand with Jimmy Garcia, Ave? Pretty good August. Just seems like every time he comes in and inherits runs, he's just not the best. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, there's numbers.
I don't know if that's maybe just my dumb brain or my Twitter timeline brain tapping in on this. but I do feel like he's really bad with inherited
See,
runners.
I'm always confident in him, and I think it might. I don't know why. I just always feel like he can get people out. And then who was the guy who hit the triple to Brent Doyle?
Yes.
Just middle.
Doisy.
Oh, Doyle rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like he's still running a FIP of 3.24.
Yeah.
Left on base percentage. So last year, it's kind of similar to last year as well. And I can't find the inherited runner stat right now, but he's not great at leaving runners on. He hasn't done well at that since Miami in 2020. So kind of
Okay.
interesting what he's at. An xFIP of 312. I'm still pretty confident. I'm like the ERA is a little bit inflated. So I'm still confident in Jimmy. I don't know where you're at with him, but
Yeah,
you're
I just
right. It's like big spots he seems to kind of have a tough time.
yeah, for sure. Let's go into the Saturday game. Where are we at with Yusei? I mean, he's really struggling his last couple starts here. Maybe it's overworked. I mean, it's not really overworked. They take him out so early. He's given up 2, 6, 8, 9. He's given up 9 runs in the last 4 games, which I guess isn't really that bad because 6 of them, or a pretty decent amount of them, actually weren't earned.
Yeah.
But where are we at with Yusei, man? I mean, he's starting to walk more guys. I mean, 4 walks yesterday, 2 the day before, the game before, sorry, and then 1 the game before. So it's just kind of been the last 2 games he's been really, really struggling. Do you notice like a little bit of a difference in his like in just like his like the way he's approaching hitters or just like this location or anything along those lines?
No, I'm not that tapped into Yusei's mechanics. Probably he seems to get pinched a lot by umps as well. He just lives on the corners and he doesn't get a lot of strikes. And I like when he kind of freaks out about that. I think it's pretty funny. But it's basically just how often he's in the zone. It's how successful he's going to be. If he's out of the zone a lot, you're not getting as many swing and misses on that slider as he was before. Because when he's in the zone with the fastball, it's like, okay, I'm got to get ready to hit here. Fastball's not coming. Now I'm reacting off speed. Got to hit it. But if the fastball's all over the place, command, probably not swing thoughts first when you're throwing those breaking pitches again. So, yeah, like how he had a zone percentage of 38%.
Not great
in his last game.
Yeah, that's not fucking great. I mean,
No.
got hit around decently. But a couple things that I want to talk about with that game. And listen, I was pretty hard on him, so I do want to discuss it now. Is the Vladdy at bats, man. That game, I think you were on stream for this. I don't think you were. First and second, no outs. And Vladdy is up. Chance to kind of break the game open, obviously. Jays are buzzing. Got guys on. They put up a 4 spot in the first. This is kind of a chance to just turn it into like a 6 spot, maybe 7 spot, whatever. And this dude grounds into a fucking double play. He is 4th in all of baseball in double plays. Like 4th. I know Carlos Correa's numbers are insane. He's at like 29 or whatever,
really?
Which is fucking wild. But
is there any other J like up to the?
No, it's him. It's pretty much just him on that list. There's a Padre guy on there too. I think Manny Machado maybe. But yeah, this list is crazy. Where are you out here with Vladdy? Because obviously the underperforming, and we saw today again, strikeout. I mean, obviously today he came through twice, but the strikeouts in the late innings again, just no urgency to be clutch. Where are you out here with this guy, man?
You should talk more about the at-bats because I'm not as locked in as you are with the at-bats, but
it's just, I don't know, man. He's swinging, and our guy Thomas Hall, and I hope I'm saying his name right.
That's the most.
Well, is that? I hope I didn't fuck up his last name. Is it Hall? It's Thomas Hall, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm saying this right, but and it's not Hole or Hall or whatever. Fuck. But I'm just putting the blender right now with the last name. But yeah, he mentioned it. It's like Vladdy's swinging at these like first pitch slot pitches that he has no business swinging at. I mean, that was the double play ball. He swings at this dog shit breaking ball on the outside half of the plate that he has no business swinging at. It was just like, what are you doing, dude? I don't know, man. It's a weird. It doesn't seem like the Vladdy of old. We got to see the Vladdy of old today with that inside fastball he launched into the rafters. I mean, that ball was shot on.
Yep.
But it's just like he shows glimpses of the old Vladdy, but a lot of the time he's just underperforming. I mean, his slugging percentage is 432, like or it was yesterday, which is terrible. Jake Rogers, I was looking at the Detroit Tigers lineup. Jake Rogers, the catcher for the Detroit Tigers, with decent amount of at-bats, has a higher slug than fucking Vladdy. It's terrible.
And Jake Rogers swings the big stick.
He does swing the big stick, but like I don't know, man. It's just like
so he had decent clutch numbers for a while this year, I believe, and now it's not good anymore. Negative.
What is
clutch.
it?
I don't know how they calculate this. It must be win percentage added or probability added. But the only one who's positive is Whit Merrifield. So Vladdy negative, George Springer negative, Bo Bichette negative, Dalton Varsho negative, and then Matt Chapman, by far the worst on the team. Like really, really bad.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but that game yesterday was very winnable that the Jays just let slip out of their hand. I mean, we keep saying this. The National Series should have been a sweep, bases loaded in the 9th, and they don't score. This game, again, bases loaded in the 9th, and I want to say here, let me see how many outs there was. Springer walk, Davis Schneider triple, Vladdy line out, Davis Schneider wild pitch. Yeah, bases loaded. Bases loaded with 2 outs, and no, I mean, you put Horwitz in a tough situation there, especially getting called out. Yeah.
You'd love to see him come through in that spot, but it's here, hit a couple sliders. He swung, fouled off a fastball, I believe. So
yeah,
that's just a really tough spot to be in.
Yeah.
But Vladdy Vladdy's done for this year. Like
there's no saving it, I don't think, unless he just goes on like a Linsanity Davis Schneider-esque run, like for like 3 weeks, then it's kind of safe. Because Bo Bichette was really bad last year for majority of the year. Like, we're not going to ignore that. He just had a crazy last 2 months or even month of September, which kind of salvaged his stats. I don't think Vladdy has enough time to do a Bo Timber type of thing to save his stats, right? Like that's
quite literally he has the same amount of time, but I don't think he has it in him right now. Just the way he's attacking pitches, the way he's swinging really early. It's just they just got to pitch him down. Like, it's tough to hit balls.
Playbook is easy on Vladdy. You throw him low and away.
Yeah, that's like the classic playbook for any good hitter you think you can get out, just low and away. Just let him single you to death. Teams are so fine with him hitting opposite field singles, and we call him a singles merchant, and teams will take that 100 times out of 100 because he's not going to steal a bag. Perfect, like double play opportunity right away. Like, he gets on first base and he stays there. So just let him, throw him away, keep him down, and that's how it's going to be. Like, I would love to see the change here. The team will go as Vladdy goes as well. Drive in run.
And YJ's made this pretty good point here. This team is 1.5 is maintaining their head above water at 1.5 games behind without their WAR leaders. I mean, Brandon Belt now is a little bit injured. Only got to play 1 game this series. Danny Jansen, who's 34 home run a year pace, is injured probably for the remainder of the season. Matt Chapman, who is again one of the WAR leaders on this team. Do I think he's that good? No, but he is one of the WAR leaders on this team. Is not playing, and the Jays are still 1.5 back. And the beauty thing about this is a massive week in terms of the fact the Jays face the Oakland Athletics, and the Rangers and the Astros face each other.
3-game series.
3-game series.
Okay, so it's gonna be 2-1. No ground's gonna be fucking made somehow.
You think?
Yeah.
Because the Astros are losing right now. So then after this, if the Astros lose tonight, the Jays are half a game back of both the Astros and the Rangers. So,
the Rangers won.
Yeah, the Jays are still 1.5. Sorry, they're 1.5 back of both teams. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
Okay, I remember bringing this point up halfway through the season that this team was not injured yet.
Sorry, Avery. You're right. It's 3-game series. Sorry, you're right. 3-game series.
Yeah. So, do you remember when I brought up the point where this team isn't performing as it should now and no one was injured?
Yeah.
Like, surely at one point they're going to get injured, and the team didn't make up enough ground as a healthy core. Now we're being saved by the Buffalo boys, thank God. But for me, that's where the disappointment was. Even though they were winning games, it's like, okay, here's 2 of 3, lose 2 of 3. It just never-ending cycle of that happening where you couldn't get on a roll might come back and bite us in the ass because
Yeah.
the regulars couldn't figure it out early enough.
And especially just the lack of win streaks. Like I saw someone tweet this the other day. The Oakland Athletics and Kansas City Royals have both had 7-game win streaks. Every team in baseball, or all the bad teams in baseball, have had 7 games win streaks. The Jays' biggest win streak, I want to say, is 5 games this year. Like that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's just not like, that's not going to do the job. You got to at least go on these nice little runs, and the Jays have never done that this year. It seems like they take 2 or 3 from series, or they split a 4-game series, or they do that type of stuff. And a lot of times this year, they have just been mid. And we talked about it for the National Series. They're 53-50 since May 1st, which is not good. That's not going to get you above the hump. That's not going to get you in a playoff spot. But luckily, we still have this stretch here of really bad teams. We're facing Oakland in Oakland. Dr. Internet will be there. I'm excited for that. And then they go.
Do you kind of hope that do you kind of hope that they get swept so his dad freaks out and we can just hear stories?
He'll be miserable. Doc, I don't want Doc to be sad. But
I don't know if Doc was sad. I think he finds it funny too.
Yeah, he does.
I hope he finds it funny.
I hope he finds it funny. Doc's the best. Doc was on a tweeting rampage this week. And
then you just call him too. That's the nicest person I've met in my whole entire life.
He's the best. The FaceTime with him really made the weekend a little bit better. He's just all time. He's the best to ever do it. But yeah, let's go into today's game, man. Today's game was just hell, Avery. You didn't get to obviously watch it, but it was fucking hell, dude.
I was watching the end of the game in my car.
Take a lead. Kevin Gossman refuses to give up a 0 the next half inning. He'll either give the lead up or make it a tie. They bring out Trevor Richards. The Jays have a lead. Trevor Richards gives up 2. They have to come back again. Then the rain delay. And then they just started fucking mashing after the rain delay. Spencer Horwitz, Ernie Clement, David Schneider, everyone. Whit Merrifield. They needed that win today so bad. That was a game that maybe if the Buffalo boys aren't there, they lose.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to be positive with that.
7 of 12 hits from the Buffalo boys. We said that earlier.
Yeah. It's just like today's game was like the epitome of it. And another positive thing to see from today's game was, I mean, Chad Green fucking rocks. When he's on, he was insane today. I think he threw like 9 pitches. He was wild, David.
No, he threw 7.
He threw 7 pitches. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So he threw 7 pitches. He easily could have went out for the second.
But it's like after Trevor Richards, the bullpen just zeros again.
Yeah.
3 2/3. Mesa, Hicks, Green, Romano, zeros.
And this is without Swanee too. It's going to be, and then you think Swanee would probably throw where Richards threw there, and stuff like that, you know? So I don't know. It's going to be fucking, it's just this Oakland Athletics series.
We need a 10-game win streak more than we need air to breathe.
Yeah, we need either a 10-game win streak or just like, fuck it. I'm not even gonna agree. Just sweep back-to-back series. Just sweep the Athletics and the Royals, man. I'm not gonna get greedy. Just sweep those 2 teams, okay?
Bobby Witt's gonna be the best
Bobby Witt's gonna hit like fucking 700 this weekend. Yeah, just sweep those 2 series and take us home, man. Take the boys home. Take the country boys home. Take us home and just fucking tuck us in. Just make it easy for us. I need a run. Because the Jays right now the Jays went 4. They're 5-4 in a stretch against the Guardians, Nationals, and Rockies. That's not good. That's just
no, it's not good.
That's just not good at all. That's not going to take you to the promised land. But somehow the Texas Rangers are the worst team in baseball. They fucking suck. Abe.
That Adolis Garcia home run was so cool today.
It was so sick when he was pumping the jersey, like
when
touching the Rangers.
He was like so mad at his bat that he just hit that ball to Mars and he fucking threw it down.
That was a sick walk-off. Walk-off. But listen, they lost 2 or 3 to the Twins. Like the Rangers are trying their hardest to have a epic proportion collapse. Like they are doing everything in their power to collapse.
I don't know if I can do this podcast without playoff content. Just think how devastating that would be. I booked a flight home, so I have to go to a wedding for the last series of the year. I'm in Kansas, and I booked my flight home, like the earliest flight, to record, hopefully, the playoff preview. I was like, I have to be home for the playoff preview to
That's
get it
dedication.
out that night.
That's dedication. That is
and if
dedication.
we don't have that, I'm gonna be so mad, so disappointed.
Yeah, you're telling me, bro.
Because last year, last year we did playoff preview, and the next episode was immediately it's over. So that's not what's going to happen this year if we get to the playoffs. There will be a podcast after every game.
Yes.
Might not be long.
Like 20 minutes.
That's what we need.
Yeah, we need that. I need playoff content. Please, Blue Jays. Please. Please. Just give me some fucking playoff content, okay? Yeah.
Oh,
give me some playoff content.
I also have an idea here. It'd be nice to have some Blue Jays players presenters for this year's Gate 14 Awards. Nice little face.
That will be happening no matter what.
Yeah.
I will be hitting up Jano, Swanee, not Horwitz, sorry. Davis Schneider, Ernie Clement. That will be happening. So, don't you worry.
Okay. That just popped into my brain.
Even Luplo will be giving an award.
Yes.
Even Luplo. The Gate 14 Awards this year are going to be fucking incredible. I cannot wait for that. But let's go on to listener questions, Dave.
Oh,
not much talk about this week. Like I said, I didn't go out and do anything. No funny stories.
Baseball started for me this weekend. I'll tell this story. We were playing Guelph. I go to make a pitching change or just mound visit, and the guys on the bench just scream, "He's going to make a podcast" when I go out there, and like, "Where's Johnny?" So that was a nice little laugh at that. I don't think I would ever get mad at it, but just very funny that they just.
I don't know if that's a chirp.
No, they just know all about my life. It's kind of like
it is funny.
Yeah, so I like that. Shout out to those guys. All right. First question: why is Johnny so bad at reading chat? And was there a party upstairs at your house today?
I am not bad at reading chat. I just don't want to intervene on your conversations with each other. I'm kidding. I don't know. I'm trying to do better with it. I just got tons of things on the go. Like, people don't understand, man. We do our social media. We don't have a social media guy. We do our own socials. We are tweeting everything, clipping everything, and posting everything on all of our social medias while like making and like watching the live streams back and stuff like that. So once we have a guy doing that, then I'll be full attentive. Okay. Then I'll be fully attentive on all the socials. But
I don't know if I want to give up the socials though.
Me neither. I'm so addicted. I'm addicted to the grind. I'm addicted to the thrill. The day I give those up is the day I'm dead inside. But there was not a party today in my house.
Rainbring wants to know, how good is the sponsor bag? It's good.
It's good.
We like the sponsor bag.
Yeah.
Is the hitting coach for the Bisons the most underrated coach ever?
Yes, Matt Hagg. I got Hagg fever. I'm horny for Hagg.
Isn't it funny how the dudes that can hit are the only ones the Jays haven't fucked up yet?
Yes, that is funny. And we've brought that up earlier in the podcast. So might have to text Guillermo. Don't even think about talking to Ernie Clement. By the way, Ernie texted me. He is deemed this weekend as a revenge weekend, revenge week. The Oakland A's DFA'd our guy. They DFA'd him. This is a big fuck you week to Oakland Athletics. So expect Ernie to go off.
I love that. Could Usain Bolt make an MLB roster? I think like pinch run, drag bunt, possibly good defense.
Definitely not good defense. And no. You'd have to play baseball for.
Didn't Terrence Gore win like 4 rings and he barely played for any of the teams? He was just there.
Yeah, but he's a baseball player though.
No, yeah, no shit. Like that.
But I'm just saying, like Usain Bolt, you can't throw him in the outfield and expect him to figure it out.
That's you just need to be fast, and like that's the role you have to play on the team is a guy who like pinch runs.
Like a Dalton Pompey for the 2016 Jays or 2015 Jays, sorry.
Yeah, fucking cop. When's the next Johnny versus Avery?
I think we just do it at the end of the year. Me versus you, hit live BP. That's the most requested one. We can't get cute with it. We can't do other stuff. It has to be live BP. You take some fucking whatever to make your arm as jello as possible, or I guess I don't know. Just take 100 ibuprofens. We won't
fix it. It's. I can grit out like 3 at bats.
That's fine. That's all we need is 3 at bats with a little commentary in between, calling time, just giving a little background, letting you rest a little bit. That will be the funniest video we've ever done. That'll have the most views.
I think you'll go oppo single, ground out to third, double in the gap, 3 at bats,
which is fine. Then I'll be clipping that, and you know that double. If I hit a ball hard, I will be pimping that in the cage, no matter what, just for clicks. That will be happening.
We'll get a radar gun. I want a radar gun to make fun of you more because I know I can't throw it harder than 70 miles an hour anymore.
But I think we do roles reverse as well, though. Like I hit off you, you hit off me.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah,
that would be funny. We should definitely do that.
There's a JR question here. He's not here, but if you could answer this in JR's voice, this would be nice for you to do, Johnny. This is from Why Do You Hate Our King, Thick Jesus? It's time you address these rumors.
We're in Kirk-Timber. We're in Kirk-Timber right now. I can't do the JR voice like I used to. But yeah, we're in Kirk-Timber right now. We've addressed it. I've addressed it because I know Memes have been tweeting at me.
Me and Memes have
been harassing me about it. Yes, I've addressed it. We are in Kirk-Timber. I'm back in on the Kirk train, as many of you know. Expect him. Expect Kirk-Timber. It's coming. And JR just I think JR just hates fat people. I think JR
he's friends with me.
He's fat phobic. No, I don't know. I don't know where JR's at, but he is not a Kirk fan. He'll no matter what. He wasn't last year when he was an all-star.
No, I remember having an argument with him over Kirk before we started this. So he'll never change. With how long Buck Martinez has been with the org, will he make it to the level of excellence one day?
Yeah, probably, but not like a retired number, obviously, or anything like that. But he'll be up there with Tom Cheek for sure, with the amount of games he's done. For sure. Yeah.
He should be there. He's just in the organization forever. So thank you to Buck. And that's all we got. Little short time for when the game ended into when we recorded.
It's Friday, right? You know?
No, it's Sunday.
Or sorry, it was a 3-day. It's like the Sunday pods are usually the shorter ones, right? So
yeah,
it is.
Well, sometimes we get a lot of questions when the 1:00 Sunday games, and when you record at 10 p.m. That's when you have good runway. But.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go into the Oakland series, man. Obviously, massive series, like I mentioned. Let's pray for an Astros sweep on the Rangers. Why not? Barrios versus Waldichuk. Bassett versus real deal Zach Neal. And then Wednesday, our King Ryu versus Jamie Spears, or Sears, sorry. All early game. What's the deal here with these games? Why are all these games so fucking early? What's up with this? I mean, tomorrow's Labor Day, I guess. But what's the deal here, Avery?
That's an awesome question. That game time rocks for tomorrow, though.
It does. I'm all in on it.
I'm pumped about that.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know, Johnny. I got nothing on that, but I do kind of like the late games. Like Dodgers series was one of the more fun series I had to watch because you're just fighting your eyes the next morning at work, and that rocks. I like that little bit of
we'll have that a little bit because those are the streams that get the most views. And that Tuesday stream, the game at 9:00, that'll do numbies. We'll have the West Coast crowd tapping in. So
yeah.
It'll be awesome. I'm excited for that.
I'll have practice for that one, but I'll be able to make the end of that for sure.
Yeah. I'm going to say Jay's sweep. I'm going to say the Buffalo Boys, Ernie Clement revenge series.
This is must. We're in must sweep.
This couldn't be more must sweep.
Yeah.
You lose one game in this series, you are facing a historically bad, a team that is about to make history, to have the worst season in the history of the team, in the history of baseball. If you don't sweep this sorry ass motherfucking team, I got nothing for you.
No. Must sweep. I'm not doing the bullshit. Jays get swept. This is must sweep. Season's over.
Yeah, that's it. It's a sweep. And then I'm all the way brought back in because let's go into it. I mean, Jays sweep this series. They're 78-62. That puts you in a great record for the rest of the year. That's 14 more wins to rattle off in the last, 3 weeks of the season, which is very attainable. 14 wins get you to the playoffs after that. So I think I'm going to say 17 right now is like the must-win number to get to 92. I want 92 wins bad.
The race for 92, man.
Yeah. Give me 92. But listen, Rangers are falling off a cliff. Astros don't look that good. Like I said, they're losing. They might get swept by our Yankees.
Well, the Yankees, the youth movement for the Yankees.
Jason Dominguez launched again tonight.
The fact that he's
El Marchand.
The fact that Jason Dominguez might actually be good is catastrophic.
Yeah.
Because he's still 12 years old or however old he is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just if the Astros sweep them, I'm a Yankee truther from here on out. But if the Yankees sweep the Astros, sorry. But yeah, I'm expecting a J sweep. I want a dog walking every single game like it's fucking batting practice. Like it's like the teams facing my Milton Mets team in Cooperstown that came in 102nd place.
You guys came at 102nd.
We lost every game by 20. Legit. Like we were facing one team that was hitting the other way. They all switched sides at the plate because they were beating us so bad.
The only time I ever went was like Josh Naylor was on our team that we went on, and
so that wasn't really fair.
No,
but no, we came in 102nd place. So I'm expecting an absolute dog walking all week. Anything less than 3 games is fucking trash. Okay, you're facing the worst team ever. Okay, and Dr. Internet's there. Do not disappoint Dr. fucking Internet. Please respect Dr. Internet. Anyways, see you guys in the live stream. Let's have ourselves a goddamn week.
Bar night Friday.
Friday.
Be on your good behavior or else.
Yeah, don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot because it reflects us. So see you guys on bar night.
We are idiots.
We are idiots, yeah. But we're respectful idiots. But idiots, sorry. Love you guys. Gate 14 forever. Let's have a week. Let's sweep a series. We'll see you guys on stream tomorrow. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for 20,000 on TikTok. Love you guys.